Yellow fever takes a grip of the Tour de France, and it's an Aussie who's lapping up all the attention. Cadel Evans is the man of the moment, but pleasure turns to business for his first day on the road as race leader.
Through the legs are going on Arvidsson. Well, it's close enough. I'll take the photograph.
As the Norwegian grabs the spoils, Evans completes his first assignment unscathed and unharmed. The Tour farewells the Pyrenees for its journey to the Mediterranean coast. Evans in the spotlight for a second day in a row. Two-time stage winner, Italian Riccardo Ricco and his Stage12 team have left the race. Ricco did not start the stage after testing positive to the blood booster EPO. The two-time stage winner was questioned by French police this morning and immediately kicked out of the race for a test which returned positive after the stage 6 finish to Superbest. Subsequently, the entire Stage12 team has also withdrawn from the race. Stage 12 followed a course from high in the Pyrenees to the finish at Narbonne on the Mediterranean coast. As you can see from the profile, apart from one short category climb, it's basically a downhill run to the coast, perfect fodder for the sprinters. Cadel Evans was in yellow for the second time, and he led the pack for the 182-kilometre journey. Not surprisingly, two Frenchmen moved off the front, the diminutive Samy Dumoulin of Cofidis in tandem with Arnaud Gérard of FDJ. Their maximum lead of more than 4 minutes was reduced to nothing over the craggy countryside that dominates the French southern coast. The French pair were joined by Spaniard Juan Oroz of Euskaltel with around 65 kilometres to go. And it was here when the peloton started to close the gap for what was to be a likely sprint finish.
As we go under 3 kilometres to go now, Eric Zabel trying to get a signature win here as we race towards Narbonne, and we are absolutely flying. This is Lancaster driving on.
Straight out into a big long line. Robbie Hunter in the red and yellow there of Barlow World. He wants to try and get himself a victory to bring the team a little bit of good luck and good morale this afternoon after all the bad luck they've had over the last couple of days. Now a slowing down moment. This is when you have to take control again. Look at the control on the left-hand side. Team Columbia now lining up 1, 2, 3, 4 men. The fourth man will be Mark Cavendish. Excuse me, Mr. Hunter, I'm coming in here because this is my lead-out line.
The right-hand side is the blue jersey of Team Columbia. The green jersey are trying to lead out Thor Hushoff. On the far left-hand side, Gerolstein trying to bring up Robert Forster here. And also in the mix there is Pozzato. And in fact, Casper's getting in the middle as well. All the sprinters are trying to come through. This is Robbie Hunter dodging on the right-hand side in red.
Big George Hincapie now takes over the pacemaking at 2 kilometres to go. Marcus Burkhardt slips back in there. He knows they're a long way out from the finish line. They're waiting to see. Look at the outside there. That Mark Cavendish has slipped back an awful long way, and he's going to get moved up on the right-hand side by his teammate. That is Gerard Cholek.
Well, just looking now, they've got the train going, and it's a well-organised train here. Hunter's trying to hitch up to the back of it here. Cavendish is over to the left of our picture. In fact, his teammates were looking now. This is a move they don't want to see. At 1.5 kilometres to go, there is a counter move on the far side. It's Milram.
Milram in control now. They'll be looking after their man, and their man is going to be Eric Zabel here this afternoon. I have a funny feeling I can see that's Julian Dean in fourth position. The Kiwi national champion is looking for a victory here this afternoon for Garmin Chipotle, but right behind him, queuing up, the big men from Quick-Step. They've done this so many times before for Tom Boonen. Today they're going to try and do it for Hed Stegemans, and right in the middle of the mix there is Robbie McEwen.
But this is the right-hand turn, a wide sweep by some of the riders there. They've managed to correct it. Cadel Evans lost a lot of places, but he's safe in the peloton here now as the acceleration comes from the front. And again, it is a perfect lead out here for possibly Thor Hushoff and certainly Oscar Freire. He's in the lighter green jersey. Gert Stegmans is trying to make a move, and they are making that run on the left-hand side of the road.
It's such a long way to go. You dare not misjudge this. Now, all of a sudden, Thor Hushoff has jumped ship. He's left his teammate and lead-out man behind him. He's still got there Mark Renshaw, but it's Team Quick-Step in the front. Up into about third or fourth position is the young man from the Isle of Man, Mark Cavendish, but on his shoulder is Hushoff. On his wheel is Oscar Freire.
And just behind too is Jimmy Casper here now. Now goes Cavendish, goes from the centre. This is a perfect lead-out, and this is how he goes, and beat that. He is the fastest man in the world right now, Mark Cavendish. There's nobody even comparing. Mark Cavendish becomes the first British cyclist to ever win. 3 stages in a Tour de France.
He kicks, the turbo whistles, and all of a sudden he can see the finishing line. He looks under his shoulder. Any shadows? No shadows. I've got this one in the bag. Win number 3.
There's no stopping Mark Cavendish. He is unbeatable as we take a look at the stage results. Cavendish ahead of a fast-finishing Sebastian Chavanel. Gert Stegmans in 3rd place. Eric Zabel again in a top 5 with Oscar Ferreira in 5th position. Ferreira leads the green jersey competition. It's the points competition ahead of Kim Kirken. In 3rd place, Thor Hushovd with Eric Zabel in 4th position, followed by Mark Cavendish, who I'm pretty sure will be going for the green jersey now. And last but not least, Cadel Evans still holds a 1-second margin over Frank Schleck. No change to the overall standings. Christian van der Velde in 3rd place, followed by Bernard Cole and Denny Menchoff.